Today on the channel, we have what may be the 40th anniversary centerpiece for the Transformers 40th anniversary. We're looking at C-01 Missing Link Convoy. The way I got it figured.
The way I got it figured.
What's up, figure fans? The way I got it figured, back with another Transformers review. This time, we're looking at one of the Missing Link figures, C-01 Convoy, also known as Optimus Prime. I got this figure from Hasbro Pulse, and they had two versions. They had C-01 and C-02. C-02 just comes with the figure and not the trailer, and the price difference is not really that much. So I got the one with the trailer. I was gonna get one. I was gonna get the best one. So yeah, I did not get C-02, but I will be covering all of the Missing Link figures that they do. Hopefully we'll get some Decepticons here in a bit. Probably not a Megatron, but you know, we'll see how it goes. So the Missing Link line is a new thing that Takara is doing, where they're taking the old toys, making replicas of them, but giving them updated articulation schemes to match like today's action figures. And I think it's a super novel concept. A Convoy here, Optimus Prime, is the first inaugural figure for that, and I don't think you could have really started with a better character. So we're gonna do like we always do. We're gonna look at the package. We're gonna get them out. We're gonna do some comparisons. Actually, we're gonna do some package comparisons, and then we're gonna get you out of here with some final thoughts. So starting with the package, we've got Convoy in his more or less Japanese style packaging. The pose, of course, is different, mimicking Transformers the movie. But you can get him in a number of poses according to the box art, but it's definitely in that vein of the Japanese style packaging. Optimus Prime Convoy was C-01 back in the day as well, so it makes sense that he'd be C-01 here. And this piece of artwork here is pretty phenomenal. Looks like you got a little 40th anniversary thing from Japan there, a little bit different than the one we get over here. Illustration by Shin Ueda. That's pretty cool. I like that. I gave credit to the artist. On the top, you've got Convoy in his truck mode as well as in his classic Japanese box art pose. So you can get the figure literally in the box art pose. Super life form Transformers. Very, very cool. Another highly posed out Vander Convoy. And then on the other side, you got him posed out with his axe. And then on the back, you've got the classic 1984 artwork with a text back card that is somewhat updated. The figures didn't like come out of the box like that back in the day. But that's pretty cool with the pose from the front. Commander Convoy's tech specs. Classic 1984 artwork. And they like to show you some of the modes that you can do. Now you've got roller on the with the laser rifle, repair bay. You can roll out the combat thingamabob, classic Japanese configuration of truck mode closed and truck mode open. It's a very nostalgic piece. You got all of your Japanese writing on the bottom, as you would with such a package, with such a product from Japan. So yeah, so that's your classic artwork there, or your new wave classic artwork. And then I'm going to bring in what is one of my most prized possessions, although it has been ravaged. So you have your G1 Optimus Prime, and the box has been decimated by my son, who, when he was like 3 or 4, got a hold of my Optimus Prime box, and well, the rest is history. Of course, you got Optimus Prime in the classic American artwork pose. They show some of the features, but not really the ones that they did in Japan. Optimus Prime's classic 5-fold maneuver. Side panel artwork. And then another I guess what I would like to say, perhaps we'll call it a phenomenon, is that even the size of the box is like the same size as the Japanese box. In America, we got bigger boxes because the way that they sell toys to Americans is sort of the idea of the bigger the box, the more valuable the toy is. So, you got a bigger box, more box really than what you needed. There's like slots up here where you put the extra accessories and the paperwork in. And I'm sure it's just more just compacted inside the Japanese box. They do not sell their toys like that. Now this box was intact. In other words, none of this was damaged, and it had the other flap. Here's the classic artwork once again, much larger on the back of Optimus Prime's tech spec card. Of course, I have another one that's not on the box. And when I got this box in 2000, I think I bought this Optimus Prime. The only thing that was ever missing from the box was the uh, robot plate. That's how it was when I first got it. Megatron. And yeah, I had to hide it somewhere, in my basement. And I just dug it out for my review. Haven't really looked at it, ever since it got kind of messed up. I have been looking for a replacement box, but the box is almost as expensive as the figure loose at this point. So it hasn't happened. I almost probably have to just buy another Optimus Prime in a box to, to get it back in a sense. At least so far. That's how it's seeming so far. Who knows what will happen in the future? But every day that goes by is Probably one less Optimus Prime box that you can use to replace a damaged one. It's just how it goes. So there's a comparison of the box art and a little bit of history of what happened to this once beautiful box. We're going to get Convoy out and see what we can see. Alright, so before I get Optimus Prime Convoy out of the package, I wanted to show him in stages in the styrofoam, kind of how they've set him up in here. You can kind of see everything he comes with, and it's still kind of a replica of the original Japanese G1 packaging. So we got Optimus Prime here, obviously the Matrix. He did not have the Energon axe. He didn't have the new laser rifle with the new handle so you can hold it from the proper end, but it's the fat version, which I always preferred anyway. And you've got, roller here. You got the assemble his wheels, and then there's a little piece of something in plastic here. I'm not sure what it is, but we'll find out in a minute. But I wanted to show that, get the full experience of kind of what you get when you open this thing. And it is, pretty much a replica all the way down to the styrofoam packaging with the additions of the things that they changed or added. And I'm very happy with it so far. So now we're going to get Convoy Optimus Prime out and, see him fully loosed. Check him out. Alright, so here's Optimus Prime out of the package with all of his accessories. Say he comes with, I think it said 10 on the outside box. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 pieces in here, right? 3. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know. Thought it said 10 accessories, but either way, he comes with everything that he came with in 1984, plus these 2 accessories here added to the mix. So when I put them back in the package, I'm probably going to put them back and kind of keep them in the package. In truck mode, it's just easier to store them that way. Maybe as I get more missing link figures, I'll do a display, but it's easier to store that way. He does also come with the traditional Japanese baggie, and then here you can see there's a label sheet, text back decoder, and the mini card of Cybertron Convoy that you get on all Japanese figures and Masterpiece figures. So they always got a little card version of the text back with them, which I always thought was super cool. So as for Optimus Prime Convoy, remove everything out. First I'll show, the wheels come on the sprue, the missiles come on the sprue just like they did back in the day. You kind of need them to assemble wheelie, roller, along with the other pieces, the gas nozzle and the thing that attaches to the gas nozzle. Energon axe, super gold matrix. That is, for once, not a retread of the War for Cybertron 1. And your modified laser rifle, you can hold it in the correct place with the fat barrel. Always my favorite. As for Optimus Prime, you get him, you get a trailer. And the cool thing about it is he looks very reminiscent. The trailer, though, seems to be a lot more, I don't know, plasticky than the original. I'm not saying it's necessarily bad, but, you know, the old one had a more silvery kind of sheen to it. This is like a little bit flatter gray. You can tell it's newer plastic very, very easily if you were to put them side by side. I can look at them without even having the other one out. Tell. But I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying you wouldn't pass it off as an original. I'll put it that way. And you can open trailer the same way. I mean, they didn't really have to do anything. And you've got the stabilizers for the trailer here. So when you change it into the combat deck, it can balance Optimus Prime. In truck mode, looks pretty much the same. You can see one big difference though, right off break. And that's the headlights are there. There are no holes to put hands in. And when you look into the truck mode cab, you can kind of see where the matrix is supposed to go. Doesn't look like it opens. Oh yeah, it does. So it just opens the same way. And it kind of looks like if this wasn't there, you would still have the seats from the G1 version. Now, that said, I said he came with everything he came with in 1984, but he actually came with a pair of hands. And I'm guessing you don't have to worry about the hands. They're already in here. Because he definitely doesn't come with hands. And towards the transformation, I'm fairly sure we can do this one on screen. Maybe I'm speaking too soon. You fold out the arms, the classic 5-fold maneuver, and you just flip the headlights in, pull the arms out, and you can kind of see the magic where they have created new hinge joints in those places where he just sort of had one hinge joint back in 1984 and beyond. Now you just sort of move the wheels out of the way to get at his legs. Move it back down. Move the feet out. And he's got ankle pivot. Hilarious. The only thing he doesn't have is an ab crunch. Ratchets in here. He ratchets. Instead of it being a sticker, he's got molded details on the arm. That is excellent. And then, same as always, you just fold his head over. Difference being now, you can turn his head to the side. And you got the same back there, and you can kind of confirm that if this matrix holder wasn't there, it would pretty much be identical to the cab back in the day. Hey man, this is cool. This is really cool. And then to add icing to the cake, he's got hinged hands, so you can kind of have him do poses with his hands. Very tight, but not like too tight. I like how they created actual, this is plastic, it's not a sticker. Not a sticker, it's just painted with the sticker details in there. But if you don't want to put stickers on them, you don't have to. I'm probably not going to. So we'll go ahead and stick the matrix in his chest. And he's got the matrix of leadership. Give him his laser rifle. I know, being a G1er, but I'll never call it that. It's all an ion blaster. It's always going to be a laser rifle to me. So amazingly, he even has waist swivel in here. This is awesome. This is literally what you wanted as a kid, even if it didn't look like exactly like the show. And put him in the Transformers the movie pose like they have him in the box. Angle aside, this is pretty much the pose. Yes, you put his arms out like that. This is an amazing job. This is great. This is all of it. This is like nostalgia meets engineering. This is G1 Optimus Prime, but like superposable. G1 box pose. Yeah, what can you say? It hasn't been said millions of times over the last 40 years. This was the toy of my childhood, but now it's the toy of my childhood brought into adulthood. I mean, it's literally that. I'm pleased as punch with it. I can't even get to the trailer. Let me get to the trailer. So let's look at his trailer. There's a trailer. It has the classic dimensions, the classic playability. I guess I would probably argue it's the most humdrum part of it because they didn't have to add anything to the trailer. Oh, so you got your the labels aren't there. The go labels and all of that, it's not there. I'm gonna do like this. I'm standing up into the repair bay mode. Arm to the combat deck. Have Optimus standing there. Get repaired. Still put your little die clone guys in there. I may even pull them out for this review. Got your 4 missiles. I'm going to take 2 off. Look in here. Oh, and look, they even put in the Japanese shooting action. They actually launch out rather than just sort of fall out. In America, of course, we didn't get the shooting versions. We got the deactivated springs. But in Japan, they were firing springs. Let's see what our range is on this shooting straight. Not very far, but pretty impressively, launching out of there, that's for sure. Trailer to the side for a bit. You got a little handle in here for the energon axe. The energon axe on. And it's got an axe. Yeah, very. Thing's excellent. I went ahead and attached the fuel port thingy. Of course, got a peg here so that Optimus Convoy can hold it. And yeah, and if I remember right, he stands like 6 inches in height. But we'd be remiss if we didn't do a couple of comparisons. Then we've got on Earthrise. Here we found this deactivate. And yes, he's small, but he's definitely mighty. Pretty great. So yeah, so there's that. So I'm gonna move on to final thoughts. Final thoughts on Transformers C-01 Missing Link Convoy Optimus Prime. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You can get an original Optimus Prime, like I have a G1 Optimus Prime, an actual G1 Optimus Prime. You can have a lot of fun with that toy. It was always a great toy. This just takes that toy, and I can't even say takes it to the next level. It takes it like a bunch of levels. It brings it into today, and I don't even know what kind of value to put on that. It's great. It's awesome. I have dubbed this the year of Optimus Prime. There were some people last year who dubbed last year the year of Optimus Prime. Nah, it's definitely this year, and I would think that you would have known that based on the fact that it's the 40th anniversary of Transformers. We've already got quite a few Optimus Primes this year. Laser Optimus re-released once again. The animated Optimus. This Optimus. Lunar Convoy. We're getting a Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime Commander class later. And we're getting a deluxe legacy version of this same toy later this year. That's like 6 Optimus Primes. I'm sure I'm forgetting at least one. And it's a banner year for Transformers, 40 years. So it's a banner year for Optimus Prime. I don't care. This is a 10. It's not even worth discussing what number it's going to be. It's definitely a 10. It might be the Transformers figure of the year. Right now, this is the figure to beat. We're only about halfway through. So I am committed to getting all of the missing Link figures. I'm going to get them all. So that's Cliff Jumper, Cliff, Bumblebee, Bumble. Those are the ones that have been announced. And I will be picking them up and reviewing them on this channel. In addition to just, having them. Because that's what I want. I want to see updated versions of my G1 character, but they're still G1. And don't get me wrong, I love these guys. There ain't nothing wrong with these guys. These are my bread and butter for today. But this is a nostalgia toy that hits you in the feels, and it gives you something that you did have in 1984 and 1985. Modern posability. And Optimus Prime, this toy, ironically, was one of the most posable Transformers. It was one of the most articulate figures that they had ever produced at that point. So it's really interesting the journey they've gone on with this and Optimus Prime in general. So that's going to do it for this one. I would like to offer everybody, the best content I can offer in exchange for your subscription. We are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2024. Please help me beat that goal. Get more videos out to the masses, get more people to see my videos. And I would like that, have a somewhat larger footprint in the YouTube community. But there's plenty of time for that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. There'll be more Transformers coming very soon. Until next time, everybody stay safe. See you on the next video. Transform and roll out. Peace.
The way I got it figured.